Well, welcome to Left 4 Dead Garage in the morning. It's not as early as I'd planned. 6:12, Friday the 13th. Today will be the longest I've ever driven this car, time-wise and mileage. I can't even remember when I decided to plan this trip. Probably been 2 months, maybe. I'd have to go back and look when I first found out about it. Madness in the Mountains in Bluefield, West Virginia. Apparently this show's been maybe 3 years, and this is like the third year. Bluefield is not far at all from where I'm from and from where the impala came from, Tazewell County, Virginia. Like, where we're going in West Virginia is like, can be measured in yards from the line, you know, the Bluefield, West Virginia area. Another town that Virginia shares from another state, like Bristol, Tennessee, Bristol, Virginia. Bluefield, West Virginia, Bluefield, Virginia. Yeah, that's where we're headed. But not exactly a straight shot. I don't really want to run 77. But if I do it that way, 3.5 hours, and maybe longer, because I can't run today's speed. So the route that I've picked, and the reason I'm leaving at 6-ish in the morning, is because my route's going to take me 7 hours, and that does not include stops for gas or food, or I'm praying no breakdown stops. So 7 hours. My first stop will be Marion, North Carolina. So, and that's roughly an hour and a half, maybe not that far. From Marion, I'm headed toward Little Switzerland, North Carolina, and then I'm going to try to jump on the Parkway and run that in to Boone, I think. I got all this written down. As a matter of fact, why don't I just read the list? Marion, Little Switzerland, Spruce Pine. Then I'm gonna hook it to the right, kinda, and go through Grandfather Mountain. Then to Boone. We're gonna hang Larry in Boone and head toward Mountain City, Tennessee. Once we get out of Mountain City, Tennessee, I'm going to make a little pit stop at Backbone Rock, the shortest tunnel in the world, or something like that. It's only a few minutes out of the way, so hey, why not, you know? After that, we'll hit Damascus, Virginia. Once we hit Damascus, I'm going to hang a hard right and run back across the state, Kona Rock, Virginia, Troutdale, Virginia. I'll hang a left again on 16 and ride that into Marion, Virginia. Once we hit Marion, probably another little gas stop, check the car, see if anything's fell off, and Marion to Tazewell through the back of the Dragon. Clearly not the right vehicle for the back of the Dragon. 38 miles, 300, I have no idea how many turns. Probably could look that up for you, but I'll share it now. So, once we hit Tazewell, we're going to hit the little gift shop thing for the back of the Dragon, get a shirt, a sticker, and I'm going to try to get stickers from, like, maybe one in Boone or something. And then Mountain City, Tennessee, need a Tennessee sticker. I figure for every state this car rides through, well, let's just buy a sticker, you know. So, kind of document where it's been, because, well, it was destined for junk before it came here. Actually, it was junk when it came here, so, or after it got here. I thought it was junk. I don't know. It's early. I still need coffee. But once we hit Tazewell, I'm guessing around 1 o'clock. ish. Probably gonna ride into Richlands, Virginia. Try to visit some family. There's a cruise in downtown Richlands this evening. I wouldn't mind hitting that because that's really, really close from where the car came from. And it'd just be neat. So, matter of fact, this is the last one I've got. The dude that owned the car on that, Doran, Texaco. I would love to know the physical address of this place. It would be kind of neat to wheel the car in there, even if it's an empty building. Well, I think I'll take this with me, just for, I don't know, whatever reason. But cleaned the car up yesterday, put on another coat of Slickum. Bad news, we're fighting weather. It's gently raining now. I still have to put my junk in the car. I guess it's in the car. Got my emergency spare here. Stole it off the S10. But weather, that's what we're worried about. So, but you know, PowerTour's in what, 29 days now. For us, it starts in 29 days. So I don't guess there's really any reason to try to avoid all the dry driving, because what's the odds of that being dry the whole trip? So I'm going to get gas right here at the house, fill up. I'm going to fill up again in Marion. I know exactly how many miles it is. I just want to kind of know. I've never checked the mileage, so that's the best way to do it. Then I'll fill it up again in Marion. That way I kind of know, I can judge where, you know, when I need to panic. So, but I still need to grab a fire extinguisher, put my camera junk in the car, and we'll get this circus on the road. So, I'll talk to you again later on down the road. Wish me luck. All right, made it to Marion, North Carolina. We're roughly 50 miles into the trip. So from the last fill up to this one, that was 4.9 gallons. So just a little over 10 miles to the gallon, double digits was great. I'm sure there's more to be had out of this carburetor. I didn't touch a single thing really. So straight out of the box, right on the car. It does smell a little fat going down the road. I can smell it, which drives me crazy. But it is raining, it's terrible. A waxed windshield, it does really well. It's like cheap Rain-X, but I don't even know what I was saying. I'm reading Joe's text message. Oh yeah, the rain. The waxed windshield works great until you remove the hood. Then you get this crazy amount of turbulence and it doesn't work real well. Then on top of the fact that the windshield leaks like you would not believe. I was going to stop and get some Vaseline and pack into the cracks of the weather strip, but then I was like, what if it warms up? But then the Vaseline's gonna run down the windshield, so then I'll have like extra mess. I don't want to put silicone up there because that just means I got a silicone to clean later. Hello. Wife checking on me. But I'm worried about my GoPro for some reason. It's going through batteries, even though the camera's off. I did a reset on it. Hopefully that fixes it. Well, I have a power bank I can charge the batteries off with, and hopefully it'll be fine after that reset. But from here, where do we go? A little Switzerland something. Actually, with the rain, I'm thinking about skipping that and just going straight to, I don't know. I'm gonna check the weather and I'll see where we're going. My next stop will probably be Grandfather Mountain State Park, somewhere around in there. That's That's about 50 more miles. So I'll see you then. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. I don't know if you can hear me. This drone is awful. These mufflers have gotta go before PowerTour. The radar is flat line, go figure. The weatherman, I think they're in cahoots with the government. But according to the radar, it's going to be clear. Not going fast enough. I'm on the Blue Ridge Parkway, so I'm not going fast enough for the waxed windshield and the wind to work together. So, yeah, we're on the Parkway for another 7 miles. Windshield's still leaking. I did stop and put Gorilla Tape on a couple of spots just to see if it would hold. That clear Gorilla Tape, so it wasn't as obvious. So I'm gonna try to navigate through this fog and mess and stop again in Boone. We're bypassing 2 stops just simply because of the weather and, well, you know, that's because. Alright, I'm in Mountain City, Tennessee. It's the driest I've seen it all day, but it doesn't look good. Had to stop and buy some glass cleaner. The windshield was, I guess, from the oil, linseed oil coming off the fenders or whatever. Like the windshield I could not see out of. The back window's like super streaked up. I don't know if you can see that or not. I think I'm 120 miles into the trip. Last time I got gas in Boone. About 13 miles to the gallon is what I was getting on that last one. I'm headed to Backbone Rock State Park or something. It's raining again already, but I'm gonna try to go through there, check that out, and then may deviate from the original plan just because of weather. But just slowly getting there. I'll get back to you here in a few. Zero cell service, like nothing. I can't even get the map to pull up just so I can follow it along. I just happened to see a very tiny little sign that said Troutdale, and I knew that's where I was supposed to be going. The best I can remember, this will run me into 16 once I hit Troutdale. I hang a left, it'll take me to Marion. I don't have a map because I forgot to get it, and I was going to get it, but weather looks weird. It's kind of blue skies, but at the same time, it's pretty dark in some areas. Old iron. That's a cool 4-wheel drive truck. But just winging it. I'm just going to keep riding till, I don't know, eventually I'll run into something or service or something. Wish me luck. I might make it back. All right, I just got gas in Marion, Virginia, and starting to rain again.
Looks like it's gonna start raining pretty heavy. I was gonna video coming across the back of the Dragon, but it's raining. For whatever reason, my GoPro is killing batteries. I don't understand what's going on. So I may come back this way on the way home Sunday. I don't know. I'm leaking oil. It's either the crank seal at the timing cover or the pan gasket. I don't know. I got the notice and it was misting up on the windshield. Stopped and looked, and it does have a slight drip. You know, when it's rotating, the crank is slinging it. So that's not great. There is a list of stuff I want to change before PowerTour. Like, this car is irritating. But a little over 200 miles. I'm headed to Tazewell. I think that's where I'm gonna maybe end the day. I don't know. Depends on how the weather goes on this cruise in tonight. But headed to Tazewell. If I see anything cool along the way, I'll stop and video it. But sorry, it's not been a very eventful video. Just more or less sharing the suffer. We'll talk back at you later. not all of it. I got like 5% camera battery left. Still dancing around this rain, but I guess my next stop will be the Back of the Dragon Tourist Center thing. I want a shirt, but we'll pick back up somewhere, so hang in there. Back to North Carolina. Just got gas, got some early lunch. It's only like 11 o'clock. Look down at the temp gauge and it's like 240 degrees. I was like, fantastic. So I pull over, realized the fans weren't even on. Well, grab the top hose, it's fine. So I'm guessing my sending unit, maybe with all the rain in the last 2 days, I don't know, maybe the sending unit is bad. It's bouncing between 250 and 210 right now. But there's no way that it's running. I mean, I don't have a hood, so if it's at 210, I'm sure it'll be blowing water out. I mean, even the lower hose is as cool as a cucumber. I check the fans, they come on, because they're on a 180 thermostatic switch. And I overrode that and they come on, so I know it's not running hot. But it just makes me nervous not having that gauge. But like I said, we're headed home, so we'll try to video a little bit and drive safely. And check back in when I stop for the gas. Stop for gas next. At the next gas stop, we'll try to go about 100 miles. But till then, ride with me for a minute. We'll see you at the next stop. Well, we went non-stop about 15 miles. It was 107 from where I started tracking myself, but I'd already got gas and went by the people's house that my dad got this car from, and then back to get some lunch. So probably 115 miles. That's a tad over 14 miles to the gallon, which ain't too totally bad. Try to keep it 60-65 mile an hour on the highway. Came down Fancy Gap, so it's kind of downhill from here to the house. I'm not sure how many miles exactly I am from home, but let's find out. According to GPS, 120 to 128 miles. I'm not going to run I-77. I'll probably hit 40 in Statesville, cut across to 321, and then 321 to 85, or I may hit 10 and come through Vail, something like that. I don't know. But 120-ish miles, so I won't have to stop again, which is cool. But yeah, 14 miles to the gallon. I'm gonna run in the store, get a cold water, use the bathroom, and then we're gonna get this show back on the road. So talk to you when I talk to you. Looks like we're about to head into some bad weather. Hopefully all goes well. Got a little leak in here. Fixing up the wipers and having this windshield resealed ASAP. This sucks. But I stopped under an underpass. Got another one coming up, but there's always somebody under them. I could retape this windshield with this clear Gorilla Tape. But honestly, it looks pretty good out that way now. Just keep on keeping on. My pants are soaked. The car is going to be flooded. But just stick the fan in here when I get home, let it dry out. It ain't like it's going to rust, so check back in with you. Almost home, but back in the rain again. But we're like 10 minutes from the house, so it's all good. Phew, what a weekend. I didn't close this video out when I got home Sunday simply because I'd had about all I could take. which that's not good because PowerTours are right at 1,800 miles. I got 20 some days to make a list of changes as long as my arm. But all I can do is try and get it done. There shouldn't be any major things to do. Mostly just check it over and see what's came loose or fell off in the last couple of days. But 600 miles, 4 states, lots of rain, one cool car show, Madness in the Mountains. That gave me motivation to get that dually done and go back next year. I think that'd be neat. But we'll let the Impala hitch a ride on the trailer and let the dually do all the work for next year. But got some changes coming real soon to this thing. But I know this wasn't a super exciting video, but if you're still watching, thanks for watching. Don't forget, like, share, subscribe. As soon as I'm done with editing this video and it is up, I'm jumping right into the car show video because that needs to go up ASAP. But again, thanks for watching. Left 4 Dead Garage, and we'll see you later.